Hey guys, well today we're going to do the Centurion Mark 1, which is the British Tier 8, um, and it's not a bad tank. It's a medium tank. It is big, it's long, but it has some incredible features, and we're going to have a look at this map here and a game which shows how well this tank performs. And you know, from my perspective, it's one of those tanks that you just got to play to the characteristics, and I guess most tanks are, but there's some that you can get away with just you know playing as you see fit. Uh, this one is not one of those tanks. You really do need to play it a certain way. I suffered a little frames per second lag in this game. I think it was because of the recording. Uh, but you'll see, you know, one thing you've got to know with this tank here is that anything below the turret is an easy pen for most tanks at this tier. So you're talking sort of like 76 mil uh, hull thickness on the front, and you're talking like 51 on the sides and 38 on the rear. So you don't want to get the lower hull hit at all. And so you can see what I'm doing here is I'm actually just sneaking forward so only my turret is showing. And the turret on the front has 165 mil of pen, and on the sides 112. And same with the rear of it. So the turret is really good, um, but you don't want to be exposing your lower hull. It's got a great rate of fire, and from that you can just keep doing damage and looking for opportunities. But you see, I'm not pushing up. I'm not going right up the top like even the T71's doing there, or certainly the Helsing. And you can see I'm just doing damage after damage. I just keep popping up, shooting, and occasional bounce here and there. But you're going to see some awesome bounces that I take in a sec. And you can get penned. Of course, you can get penned. But when you're talking about, just doing outright damage and just being an absolute pest, this can hold the line because people sort of sit back going, oh, I can do damage to this tank, or I'm going to get onto it. But if you're only showing your turret, you're giving them nothing. Absolutely giving them nothing away. So that's probably one of the keys with this thing. Ridgelines and any other British tanks, really, they really do great with their gun depression, and you can sit there and take shots as you need. So I'm not deviating from my game plan here. We're starting to claw over the top of these guys. I miss an opportunity here. I'm focusing on that Saint Emil up the top there. And I missed the IS-7 here, which is okay. But I put a great shot here into the T-34. And look how good this gun is. It's like a laser beam. The thing is so accurate. And it does decent damage. I mean, you're talking, you know, um, great output in terms of rate of fire, and at the same time great damage. You watch this shot, I've got nothing to aim at to kill. So that's the Centurion, and look, I really do dig the tank. If you're looking at a tier 8 tank that's going to be versatile in terms of mobility, damage per minute, and also having some good characteristics. And you see we top scored there, 2,500 damage in a game. We only had one kill, but at the end of the day, it was valuable. And you have a look at the thing. The tracks are either side of the hull, and that means you're more likely to get penned in the tracks rather than in the hull and do serious damage. And you look at the stats there in terms of the gun. Shell damage 143 to 238. You got pen up to 300. I also run the calibrated shells as opposed to running the gun rammer, only because the rate of fire is already as good as you want it. So yeah, great tank. I enjoy it, and that's some insight into how I like to drive the Centurion Mark 1. So enjoy. See you around. Bye.